You're not going to trump my Fourth Amendment right.
Can you articulate the crime that you suspect me of committing?
Before you can ID me, what's the crime I've committed?
What are you doing right now?
Who was really crossing the line? A lawfully parked driver is asked to leave because a neighbor feels uncomfortable. A citizen journalist is challenged while filming outside a sheriff's office. Another encounter turns into a heated dispute over identification, department policy, and public accountability. 3 different locations, 3 very different encounters, but each begins with the same question. When does a routine police contact become something more? Watch every moment, compare every decision, and decide for yourself who acted within the limits of authority. Welcome to Tyrant Cop Files, where we examine First Amendment audits, ID refusal, police accountability, and real-world encounters through documented footage. Be sure to support the original creators linked in the description, whose recordings make this analysis possible.
I'm not answering any questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is all my information on the front of the card.
Sure.
My name, phone number, email are on here if you have any questions.
All right.
Back is going to be the case number for
Perfect.
the incident. That's what you were asking for.
All right.
All right. So I see you're here from do you know somebody here? Any particular
I'm not going to
reason
answer
you were
any
parked
questions.
here?
Public street, public area. Anyone can be in any township at any point in time.
Okay.
So I'm not going to answer any questions.
Okay.
What exactly did they say?
They just gave us the description of the vehicle. They just said it was tinted windows. They didn't see anybody inside. The vehicle wasn't running. They were just concerned, didn't know what was going on with it. So
Who the hell could have called? That doesn't make any sense. These people parked here around the same time I did. They're just watching it in my car? That's crazy.
that's the vehicle they gave us. And like I said, they just gave us a call. They were concerned. They didn't know what was going on or why they were here. They wanted us to come and talk with you, see if you wouldn't mind chatting with us, make sure everything was all right.
That's crazy, man. All right, yeah.
So, I mean, would you mind heading out of here? I don't know exactly what your plan was.
Why would I need to head out of here?
It's just making somebody uncomfortable. So they just didn't
Uncomfortable
know.
is not against the law.
I understand it's not against the law.
Good.
Like
So,
I said, they gave us a call. They wanted us to talk with you, see if
Yeah.
we could figure out what was going on,
How
why you
about
parked
this?
here.
Let's try this approach. How about you inform the caller that this individual is not breaking the law? They're in their car. They're on a public street. They have every right to be here, just as them and their families too. Leave him alone.
Okay.
Simple as that.
Like I told you, as soon as I came
Yeah.
up, you're
I
not
know.
parked illegally, nothing like that. They
I know.
gave us a call. They wanted us to talk with you. That's
I
all.
know, but you're asking me to head out because they're uncomfortable. Uncomfortable is not against the law. Neither is suspicion. I'm not breaking the law. There's no crime until there's a crime, right? And I'm not here to commit a crime.
Okay.
I'm here for a legit reason, and I'm just parked in a public street.
Okay.
So tell them just to leave me alone. I'm not bothering anyone.
I'm
legitimate
not saying that
I
you
know
were.
you're not
All I'm saying is
just
they gave
telling
us a
you
call about it.
so you can tell them that.
Okay.
All right? Because
In Stratford, New Jersey, a man parks legally on a public street while visiting a friend. Within minutes, police approach after a neighbor reports an unfamiliar vehicle. The officer confirms no crime has occurred, yet still asks the man to leave because someone feels uncomfortable. Can a lawful citizen be asked to leave public property simply to satisfy another person's concern? And where does the Constitution draw that line?
some people need to mind their business. I'm not doing anything. I haven't done anything.
Totally understandable.
Okay,
I get where you're
crazy
coming
in
from.
this economy, huh?
So I mean, like I said, I understand you're not doing anything wrong. You're sitting in your car legally parked on the side of the road, public road. I get it.
All right.
The only reason I asked if you wouldn't mind leaving was obviously, like I said, somebody was uncomfortable by it. I get that's not against the law, but I didn't know if you were willing to keep going with whatever it is that you had going on.
I prefer to educate them rather than leaving. Educate them so that they'll know better next time if someone parks in the street to just leave them alone and observe.
Okay.
So educate them. I'm not gonna go.
Okay.
I'm not gonna give them that satisfaction.
Okay. So if you don't mind sharing with me, you said that you were here for a legitimate reason. Do you mind sharing with me what that reason is?
No, I'm not gonna share that reason.
Okay. So you don't want to talk to me at
No,
all?
because they're not gonna trump my Fourth Amendment right. You see,
Right, I'm not
because of
talking
their
with them about what your reasoning. It's just
Good then. But because of their fears, I'm not gonna answer to someone else why I'm here if I'm not breaking the law, right? The law allows me to travel freely, uninterrupted, right? And that includes parking too. So I just want to be uninterrupted. Just because they don't understand how the law works, it shouldn't violate my Fourth Amendment right.
I understand that.
Yeah, so
I'm totally with you. Like I said, that's not for their information. That's for us because I don't know if they're going to call us again or not. I'm going to obviously tell them that you're legally parked here. You're allowed to be here. You know, there's nothing wrong with you being here. But just to avoid any conflict in the future, if they got upset by the fact that you didn't leave, I'm going to tell them he's not doing anything wrong. You guys don't have to go intervene. I want to make sure that that doesn't happen, though.
Well, they should understand that if you explain it to them.
And I'm going to. Trust me, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Like I said, if they, hear it from us, hopefully they'll listen to it, but not everybody does, right?
If they call you guys back, you can tell them they're harassing you. Stop abusing public officials, because
I get you.
You explained to them, you were here, you checked it out. There's nothing illegal going on. Leave them alone, ma'am or sir. Have a good day. Okay. That's it. That's the end of it.
I'm with you.
And you should also check your brakes, man. Your brakes making a lot of noise,
They're
man.
making that squeak,
they need to be changed.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you talking with me. I appreciate you being cooperative. So, like I said, I didn't mean to bug you, but we got the call about it. We got to do our due diligence.
I understand.
Make sure everything's all good. Okay.
I understand. I respect your professionalism. Okay. I'm not trying to violate my rights or anything. So, thank you very much.
All right.
All right. You too, man.
If you've done nothing illegal, do you have to explain yourself to police? Under the Fourth Amendment, citizens are protected against unreasonable searches and seizures, and simply sitting in a legally parked vehicle does not automatically create reasonable suspicion. From the officer's perspective, responding to a citizen complaint is part of community policing. From the citizen's perspective, however, lawful activity does not require identification or explanation, unless the law provides a valid legal basis. This encounter explores where public safety ends and constitutional protections begin.
Yes, ma'am. I have one problem with that, if you don't mind.
I don't mind. Ask me anything.
This is
Yes,
public
sir.
property all the way up into the gate where you have the restricted access sign. So even though you may consider this a restricted area, it's not. This is public easement. This is public property. I'm able to do so.
I'm telling you, absolutely. You can stand
You
right
said
here.
from here.
Yeah.
I can go all the way up into the fence. That's public area. I don't want to be rude or disrespectful, but
Everything's good, officers.
I'm just telling you from what I know here that I'm allowed to go all the way up to the fence. I can't go inside because it's secure. So
No, you can't go past this point. And that's what I'm letting
past
you know.
what point?
Yeah.
Point.
The point of the gate entry.
Of course, I can't get
Yeah.
past because it's secure. I can't get past it.
I just didn't want to be too close to the road because this is an active roadway. That's why I stepped inside. That's all.
So why are you needing to film the cars?
What's your name, sir?
I'm sorry?
What's your name?
My name is Louis Roberts.
And you're a firefighter?
Well, I'm actually with Madison County Emergency Management, and I'm also sworn with the Sheriff's Office.
Okay.
Thank you. Well, again, just doing a little filming, that's all. Yeah. And we were here, but this is an active roadway, so we stepped in some because we didn't want to be close to the road. And we had no end based on...
Well, you understand where we're coming from. Someone coming around our facility and filming, as far as security.
At the Madison County Sheriff's Department in North Carolina, a citizen journalist begins recording patrol vehicles for a story about marked and unmarked police cars. After notifying staff of his presence, the encounter appears routine, until questions arise about where he can stand and whether filming near the secured gate is permitted. Does recording on public property automatically create a security concern? And where does public access legally end?
Issues. That's where we're coming from. That's
But
the reason we're wanting to know.
I don't mean to be rude or disrespectful, but the definition of security is self-containment. That's what this fence is for.
Well, see, we don't know what your intentions are.
It doesn't
you guys
matter
could be
because
coming up to the fence and doing all kinds of things to the facility.
again, I don't.
We're not saying anything about that. We're just trying to figure out exactly what you're
But
doing.
you're using that as a pre-notion to say, hey, I've got to make contact with this person because they're doing something I don't know what they're doing.
Exactly. That's called suspicious activity, and
right.
as police, we have to
You do.
investigate that suspicious activity.
I mean, you don't have to. You're choosing to. Is being suspicious a misdemeanor or a felony?
I'm sorry?
Is being suspicious a misdemeanor or a
Being
felony?
suspicious is not a crime.
Okay.
You're not committing a crime. We're just trying to
So-
figure out exactly what you're doing.
I told her first before she came out here and made contact with us again.
Okay.
So she already knew what my reason for being here was. And I don't have to provide you with it. Are you law enforcement? Are you law enforcement? Are you a sworn peace officer? Okay, so you can't lawfully request my ID.
I can, though. Can I see your ID?
No, sir, you can't.
I actually can.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. I am a sworn.
That doesn't matter. I have not committed a crime. You don't suspect me of committing a crime?
I suspect you of suspicious activity.
Okay, can you articulate the crime that you suspect me of committing?
No, sir.
Suspicion is not a reason to request an ID.
It's called a Terry stop.
Yes, a Terry stop only constitutes you asking questions and a pat down if you suspect me of carrying a weapon.
Okay.
So you don't have reasons to ask for an ID, and I'm not going to give you one. She doesn't have reason to ask for an ID, especially that she's not a peace officer. I'm not going to give her one. We are allowed to maintain this public space here that belongs to the public property of the county, and I can go all the way up to that fence if I choose to, because that's where your restricted area starts at, where the fence is. Same thing with inside. I can walk inside of the building anywhere I want to, as long as it's public. Anything that's restricted, I can't go past it. That's your job, to maintain security and those restricted areas to keep people from going there. So again, I'm within every right that I have to, and I'm going to go up to this fence and I'm going to record and I'm going to continue on my story. And that's just the way it is. I don't mean to be rude or curt, but you know, I'm not going to let someone tell me what I can and I can't do. Thank you, sir.
Can suspicion alone justify demanding identification? Under the Fourth Amendment, government officials generally need reasonable suspicion before conducting an investigative detention, commonly known as a Terry stop, established in Terry v. Ohio, 1968. That standard requires specific, articulable facts suggesting criminal activity, not simply unusual behavior. From the facility's perspective, staff are responsible for protecting a secure government building. From the citizen's perspective, however, filming from publicly accessible areas and declining to provide identification without legal authority are protected constitutional choices. This encounter examines where security responsibilities intersect with individual rights.
I'm asking you a question. What are you doing?
I don't answer questions.
You need to get off this property before you get CT.
I have to commit a crime before you can criminal trespass me. That's the state of Texas law.
You're also filming private vehicles.
Is that a crime?
But you're also filming private
Is that a
vehicles.
crime? What crime have I committed? Huh? What's your name and badge number?
I don't need to give you my name and badge.
Well, if you're going to come out in a police uniform and a sheriff's uniform, you need to identify yourself as a law enforcement officer. You need to identify yourself. What's your name? What's your name and badge number? What's your name and badge number? What's your name and badge number?
Why do you want my name and badge number?
Because I'm a citizen and I have the right to ask for it. You ain't getting my name.
I have a right to know your name too.
No, you don't. Yeah, we'll see about that.
Outside the Gregg County Jail in Longview, Texas, a First Amendment auditor records from a public area when a deputy approaches the scene. What begins as a routine encounter quickly shifts into a dispute over identification, department policy, and the limits of government authority. Does a public official have a duty to identify themselves when asked? And under what circumstances can a citizen legally be required to provide identification?
You will.
You need to get out from behind me. Yeah, smile, laugh it up. Laugh it up, refusing to ID. You're gonna be a YouTube star tonight, you know that, right?
Yay! I'm gonna be on YouTube! I'm here for my nail. Woohoo!
What's your name, bitch?
Why should I give me your name whenever you won't even give me yours?
Because you're a public servant and it's your fucking sheriff's office policy to identify yourself when asked by a member of the public. So you're admitting you're violating your sheriff's office policy? Are you violating policy right now?
You're also...
Is that what you're doing?
Crime also by not giving me your name.
Oh yeah? Texas Penal Code 3802? I know all about that.
Yep.
You have to have me charged with the crime before you can ID me. What's the crime I've committed?
What are you doing right now?
I'm videotaping your ugly face.
Yeah, what are you doing right now?
I'm videotaping.
Why are you doing it?
Have you heard of freedom of the press?
Oh, really?
Yeah. You heard of that?
Sure have, but this is also Gregg County Sheriff's Office.
Yeah, it's
also their land too. So
And who pays for that?
Not you.
Not me?
You do not pay taxes.
I don't pay taxes?
You do not.
I don't pay taxes.
No.
I've never paid taxes in my life. Is that what you're saying?
Have you? Have you paid them this year, sir?
I don't know, were you working for the fucking IRS now?
Sure.
Keep looking at your watch. I got enough battery memory to stand here for the next 2 days. What's your name? You want to identify yourself? You want to identify yourself? What's your name? What is your name, fat boy? Mitchell, is that your name? Uncover your name tag. Uncover your name tag, fat ass. That's what I thought, bitch.
Congratulations.
That's what I thought, bitch. You lose. Walk of shame. Walk of shame. You're doing it right now. Walk it. Is this your first walk of shame? Is this your first walk of shame? I'll turn it off. What you gonna do? Why don't you take off your badge? Take off your badge, bitch. Wow, this was really gonna be a boring fucking audit. Yeah, what'd you say?
Tell everybody I said hi.
I will.
Oh, my name is Adam.
Adams? What's your badge number, bitch? Yeah, you ain't got no fucking badge number. Wow. Wow, y'all. Gregg County Jail. Gregg County Sheriff.
When can government officials lawfully require identification? This encounter references Texas Penal Code Section 38.02, a statute governing certain situations involving failure to identify. Its application depends on the specific circumstances and legal authority involved, and not every police encounter automatically triggers an obligation to identify oneself. From the officer's perspective, maintaining safety and responding to public interactions may justify making contact. From the citizen's perspective, recording in public and questioning official conduct are activities generally protected by the First Amendment, while identification requirements depend on applicable law and the facts of the encounter. This case explores where public accountability and law enforcement authority intersect.